He's a good kid. He's not a mischievous child by any means. He's got a stubborn mindset. If he believes it's this, but I mean, he's very smart. Directionally, he knows he could guide you from our house to his dad's house. He could get from like this house. I think he can make it up to Culver's ice cream. I was like, oh, he's goofing around again. Here we go. He's like hiding. He's not a child that wanders. He's not one that is like Sebastian hasn't been on his medication in 20 days. So he is rambunctious. He's gonna be hungry. He turns into a bottomless pit. I mean, he's your teenage boy, you know, always hungry. On the spectrum, yes. But not one autistic child in this world is like another one. What we can tell you is he's smart. He can be goofy. He kind of has issues with personal space. He hasn't mastered up in your face kind of kid. He's emotional. He's a teenager. He's about 15 and he's 15 in age in his body, but his mind is not caught up to his body. We've never rode a city bus, so I don't think he understands the process. He doesn't have any sense of money. He may have, like, let's say a $20 bill in his hand, but he doesn't truly understand what $20 would get him.
He's good.
And everybody in the neighborhood knows him. He is very to himself, so to speak. He's got the goofiest and quirky smile in the world. I don't think anybody could mimic it, to be honest with you. Friends wise, Sebastian, his idea of his friend is right now is what he has 2 kids that he talks to at school, but he is extremely socially awkward. And so it's very difficult for him to make friends, which has been this boy's only lifelong dream. He Christmas, what do you want for Christmas? I want friends. Birthday, I want friends. Anything that he could do to get a friend, he would love to do it, which is potentially dangerous because that could open up doors if for somebody to say, "Hey, I'll be your friend," and potentially cause harm. I mean, he had his struggles with doing basic, simple things. And I mean, it was a constant reminder, a constant this. And all 3 parents have been extremely positive and constantly trying to get him like, hey, we got to do this, bud. We got to do that.
Yeah. I mean, he's a kid. I mean, it's even when I came in the picture, I mean, his tantrums were pretty bad. I mean, to the point, I mean, I wish I could show y'all this in person. All right. Does he have, when he was younger, he probably had some pretty nasty ones. As he's gotten older, between his mama, me, and his dad, and other family members, trying to get him to, like, look, you need to focus on this. Stop doing, ball your fist up, put them down to your side, like in a very aggressive manner, like you're pushing down, and stomp with one foot. Okay? He gets like that when he's throwing his tantrums. And then he brings his hands up in like the military knife hand is what they call it. All 4 fingers and thumbs pointing outward. And he's like moving his hands up and down, kind of like he's making a point, kind of. That's to the extent of his violent outbreak. But other than that, no. Sebastian has a unique personality. He's very unique. He doesn't have the true concept of personal space. So he's like very in your face type situation. A lot of kids don't like that. And most of the kids talk about things that he's not into. He is very much, if in a conversation, he will talk about Minecraft, and most kids don't play the Minecraft. They're all playing whatever other games. Sebastian is very like
driven into his conversation. So whatever he's talking about, if you're talking about something else, he tries to drive you back, and people just don't have that kind of interest. At school, he's known for peeing in his pants. Sebastian has pull-ups that he wears because Sebastian likes to pee in his pants and defecate in his pants. So we even told him, I said, look, either you figure out how to go to the bathroom or you're going in pull-ups. And for the longest time, I mean, there had sprouts where he would do what he was supposed to do, and then, excuse me, he wouldn't. He's very awkward, but he's quirky. He's a good kid. But he doesn't have friends. Probably something dealing with school, because that's majority where his issues lie. Some behavioral stuff, but nothing too crazy. He has a hard time. He's like awkwardly socially like blending in with students, so it's a little. He's trying to figure out how to do it, but respecting people's space. He gets a little too close, and then kids don't really accept that too much, so it kind of causes an issue. But he'll not stop, and he continues on. So then it causes an issue, and instead of being honest about it, he'll lie. Like, no, I didn't. Okay, Sebastian.
He's had sleeping issues. I mean, he doesn't really sleep a lot. That's why he's been, but that's been his whole life. He goes and sees his doctors, and then in there they will talk about his medication and things if they want to change or if it needs to change.
Man, he'll get a one-liner in there every once in a while, and you just kind of like, really? Where'd you pull that out of? He's allergic to schoolwork, chores.
Just talk to him about his parents. He loves talking about his parents. And for him to know that his mom and his dad and his stepdad and his Pat Meemaw and the rest of his family, GC and Poppy and all them, trust me, he'll have a conversation, and he'll light up. He's funny. He's very unique, which like every child out there is special. That's what makes him so special. Believe it or not, it was actually a struggle to get him to carry his phone. He's not like your typical teenager. He's not these kids that, got to stick their head in the phone. He's not. He doesn't have accessibility to communicate with folks on internet. I mean, we have a firm belief that we just don't feel that right now he's capable of having that kind of responsibility. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, his phone is locked down, his computers, his gaming. He doesn't have a gamer tag. He doesn't have online capabilities with games. He does not have social media, not in our household. He doesn't online game. An eclectic taste. An eclectic. I mean, from, as everybody knows, Eye of the Tiger to Eddie Vedder.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So we got Pearl Jam on one hand, we've got Survivor on the other over here. We've got Taylor Swift, and he's got an eclectic taste of music. He's a fan of Eddie Vedder. He likes Survivor. Great. Oh yeah. I mean, young man has a very eclectic taste in music. Anyways, he is an Eddie Vedder fan. He's a Pearl Jam fan. He likes Meatloaf, Survivor, from like Eye of the Tiger. It used to be like his pump up jam. We always found different types of music for him to get into. He has a very eclectic taste. I will give him that. So he liked both versions of Hall & Oates, Sounds of Silence, and he also liked Disturbed's version of Sound of Silence. He liked that one. I mean, it was all over the place. He was a Swiftie fan. I played him one. I was like, Sebastian, try not to laugh when you hear this song. He was like, what? And I played Chuck Berry's My Ding-a-Ling. Yeah, movie-wise, I don't know, because in our house, he was only allowed to watch certain things. He was not allowed, like, rated R, out of the question. Certain PG-13 movies, out of the question. He can play chess. He can beat adults in chess. Wow. Cats. Boy loves cats. You got a cat. You just became his best friend.
Sebastian's love for cats is so strong.
Like Star Wars or Halloween or
or even Minecraft.
yeah,
Those are the three main
it's
things.
the three things that majority is on his clothes.
Yeah.
He is an avid Minecraft fan. Loves the color green. Loves to dance. That boy he'll dance his tail off.
Granted, what you call dancing, what I call dancing, and what he calls dancing, totally different. He always wanted to be a ninja. Sebastian, he loves video games. He likes food, but he's very picky on what he's eating and what he drinks. But I mean, there's nothing culturally that is going to drive him to an area.
He's not your tomboy style child where he goes outside and plays in the mud.
The young man doesn't go outside very much. I mean, he loves playgrounds. I mean, he loves to play. I'll give him that. He's a fish in the water. I'm gonna tell you right now that but here's the distinction. He is not a child that likes to get dirty. He can't stand his hands dirty. He can't stand bugs. He is fearful of flies and things. So if he swims, he is a pool kid. He's not I'm a river and a stream kind of kid. He is swimming pool bound. He likes to fish. He loves to play on playgrounds.
Sebastian's not in sports like most kids, so we don't spend ball time at the ballpark. That is Sebastian on a mini excavator, and I'm telling him how to do it, and he actually did very good. He pulled up we were ripping up some old shrubs and trees and stuff out of a flower bed, and he puts that bucket real close to the house and right next to a water line, and not one time did he puncture the water line or cause any damage. And he was good at it. He was comfortable. But no, Sebastian's not the type that would run over and jump on a piece of equipment. He knows better.
He don't really care too much for red meat. He likes more of the fish, seafood, sushi, tofu. He likes tofu steamed, not fried. It's kind of weird, but
Tofu, believe it or not, tofu. He's not a huge steak eater, but
Not
steamed tofu.
fried.
he got turned on to tofu because we went to it was either a pho or a Thai restaurant. And we went to have, this was in California. Katie and I went and had, I think it was curry. And
They don't eat anything even remotely.
yeah, anything spicy, he just like, oh God, no. Pepper is like eating habanero pepper to him. I mean, that's how sensitive he is. But he didn't like anything on the menu. She was like, well, I have tofu. And he was like, tofu? And she was like, yeah. So she brought him a piece of it fried and a piece of it steamed for him to try. And he bit in the fried one, and he was like, ugh. But when she let him have the piece of that steamed, I don't think he could get it in his mouth fast enough, and that included the entire cube. It was ridiculous. But ever since then, he's been strung on tofu.
But here's the funny thing. So he's not a huge steak eater. He's really not. He loves fish. He's a huge fish fanatic. He loves like a good smoked salmon. Loves salmon. He'll eat the tofu, of course. Burgers, he's finicky about his burgers, but he's not a huge steak eater. He can't stand the way I eat my steaks, and I think it might be the huge turnoff to him. He doesn't like condiments that much. He really doesn't.
Anything chocolate? Anything with sugar. Reese's Pieces. Chocolate one, then the birthday cake one, and then his last one he would probably choose is either going to be vanilla or strawberry. Occasionally he'll eat frosted mini wheats, so that's kind of cool. This knucklehead decided one night to eat everything out of the jar, put the lid back on it, set it back in the cabinet, put the spoon in the sink, and then he goes to bed. Gets up and you find it and you're like, hey, why did you eat it? I didn't. Yeah, and the chocolate is all over his face.
However, this 15-year-old boy has managed to outdo everybody. Call him Houdini. He always wanted to be a ninja, And we kept goofing around. Well, he has officially done it because poof, nothing.